Okay. My apologies, everyone.
Hello, no problem.
Thank you, Leslie, for letting people know. Oh, you're muted still.
Sounds like we're gonna have a lot of capital requests this year,
Well,
so let's not go there.
No,
they're more hung up on setting criteria and that kind of conversation that goes on and
You mean
It's
like the ones
there.
we have on the finance committee?
it was our
Yeah.
two finance committee members.
Yep. I get it.
Again,
And they're gonna
can hear me
take it
now?
back to you guys too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
I heard.
Hello.
Okay, so, hi. So we're all here, and I'm going to open the meeting, and in attendance are, board members April Stein and George Arvanitis, Administrative Assessor David Burgess, Assessors Clerk Leslie Bracebridge, Town Administrator Becky Torres, and Chairman Howard Spetner. Sorry. Okay, the first item on the agenda is to review and approve the draft minutes. Has everybody, George and April, have you had a chance to look at those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It,
Oh, okay. Any questions or any issues with them?
no,
Okay.
they look fine.
They look
Okay.
great. Leslie, nice detail.
Thank you, George.
Okay, I move that we accept them.
I'll
Second,
second that.
Okay,
David?
and I vote
Arvanitis,
aye.
aye. Arvanitis,
Stop.
aye.
Stein, aye.
Okay, and the motion passes. The second item on the agenda is to review and approve the accountant reports. There's only one accountant report and it has no content to it. It's just a formality. It's the, I think it's the December automotive accountants reports. Okay,
Mhm.
so I move that we
Automotive
approve
motor vehicle abatement.
of the motor vehicle abatement. Sorry.
Just
Um,
letting people know that
Yes,
Yeah,
it's the blank
We don't-
one.
Okay, and I move that we accept those or that we approve that.
I second that.
Okay, and I vote aye.
Arvanitis, aye.
and Stein, aye.
Okay, motion passes. The third item on the agenda, we have four commitments for FY24. Leslie, can you recite those for us? I don't have them
Sure.
in my head.
Sure. The real estate tax commitment is for, it was calculated by taking the full amount of the taxes for the full year and subtracting out the preliminary tax. That's the way that it's always been done here. And at least for now, it was done this way this year too. So that amount is $2,669,937.79. I don't know if you want to approve them one at a time or all four of them together.
All four of them together.
Okay, real estate, I'm sorry, personal property was calculated the same way, and it is it's real estate twice. I'm sorry. Personal property is $137,065.90. The Community Preservation Act surcharge is total for 2020. I'm sorry. I just looked at it. I've got total billed for 2023 and it should say 2024, but the total amount for the 2024 actual is 28,506.91. And I'm just writing a note to myself to make sure I change that to 2024. And then the final one is the septic loan program, that's betterment program, that's only billed in the third and fourth quarters. And the total amount of that commitment is $6,493.79.
What is that? What does that mean, betterment? Like,
George,
is the
that-
town paying?
No, that was
Does
that
anybody-
was a state program that they would allow the town to loan people at a low interest rate money to replace their septic systems, and then get it paid back as a betterment over a number of years.
And
That's
how
an
does it
interest
involve us? And how does it involve us?
But we have to anything that goes on the tax bill, we have to commit, and they collect the
Okay.
betterments by putting it on the third and fourth quarter tax bill.
But they're actually paying back a loan. That's what the money actually is.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. So that's everything? That's all 4 of them, right? Okay, and I move that, does anybody have any questions about these commitments?
No, I don't.
No.
Okay, I move that we accept them, approve them.
I'll second.
Okay, I vote aye.
Arvanitis, aye.
And Steinai.
Okay, the motion passes. The next item on the agenda is the FY24 abatement updates. The applications for abatements are due on February 1st. So we're not considering anything right now, as far as I know. So Leslie or David, do you have any information you want to give us?
Well, we actually have 2 ready, don't we, Leslie?
Well, when Howard came in to look at the documents yesterday, I told him that you had met with 2 people, that you had done site visits, and I wasn't sure what your final decision recommendation for the board was.
All right, let's
And-
leave the next meeting then.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. We've got plenty of time because it's 3 months, correct, from the date that you receive them to when you have to respond?
That is correct.
Okay, so I would add in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So far, we've had 7 inquiries. We've received 2 applications. 2, I'm not expecting applications from it. Once they understood that you don't just take the FY24 total amount of the tax and divide it by 4, they said, oh, thank you for explaining it. We don't need an application. And 1 more, when I explained that to him, he didn't say, I'd already sent the application, but I don't think he's going to apply. There's 2 more that I think will be applying. So February 1st is the deadline. I'll be in the office to accept them all the time that day. That's about it for now.
Okay,
Unless you have something more, David.
No, I'm good.
okay, thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is we have to review and approve State Tax Form 1 FY25 Personal Property and 3 ABC. As I understand it, State Tax Form 1 is just a 1-page public notice that goes up in a couple of different locations so that everybody in the town knows that they are required to submit, everybody who has to submit personal property forms knows that they have to submit personal property forms.
Mhm.
And apparently we need to approve this. I got that right?
Well, before I put signature stamps on, it would
Okay.
be, I would like someone to
Mm.
say, yes, we want to do this every year.
Okay,
I
fine.
think you're going to tax them. So I
Yeah,
could
no.
just do it, but
No, it's a good idea. So I move that we authorize Leslie to put our signature stamps on Form 1.
I'll second that.
Okay, and I vote aye.
Orlando side.
And Stein, I.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is to review and approve the exemption certificates. Somebody's got to take us through this. Leslie?
Okay, once again, it's numbers of applications that have been submitted. I do have David look at every one of them, and if there's any questions, we would bring it to the board, any unsolvable questions, I should say. And there's a few that have been completed that he has not seen, but I promise you that I will not put your signature stamps on them until David arrives tomorrow and looks at them. I will give you the totals that we have right now. For CPA, we have 6 applications that are routine. We've seen them before. And there's no need not to accept them. And there's no questions on them. Veterans, we have 9 so far. There's some that I haven't tracked down. People get forgetful. The applications are not due until April 1st, so it hasn't been as high a priority on the work queue, but there will be more. For 41C, at the moment, we have received, hold on, just lost my finger here. We have 3, and for 17D, we have 1. Once again, these are all ones that we see every year.
What's 17D again?
17D is one where you do not have to, there's no minimum income. There is a maximum, I'm sorry, there's no maximum on your income. There is a maximum on your assets. And so, I'm sorry?
It's for people over 70 and those that have surviving spouses.
Oh, okay.
65 in Shutesbury. Yeah. And that one, as of the 2022 annual election, gets the clause E and F attached to it, where I check with David every year. There's a percentage increase in the amount they receive. It used to be a standard $175, and now it goes up by the cost of living percentage each year. And so I think we charge.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
it's
I don't need the
100%.
exact number, but it's indexed for inflation.
Yeah, set by DOR.
Which one is that? Which one?
17D.
Thank you.
Well,
So the
also,
veterans is, the veterans is actually one of these things is everything, right? Like for one of these things, you pay no tax at all.
there is
Surviving
22, there's Veterans Clause 22D, which we have one person so far qualifies for, and it's if the, in her case, well, I guess in everybody's case, it would be the spouse. If the spouse has died and there's a direct link, that's not the correct terminology, but if the cause of death is linked to the veteran's service, then the spouse, as long as she remains does not remarry, gets all of her taxes and her CPA charge abated, exempted, I'm sorry. And we had a representative from the regional veterans office come to our office and tell both me and Ellen about it. It was before David worked here, and insisted that that is what she is entitled to. So we don't question it anymore. She does have to apply each year and she does get it. The
Okay.
others are mostly, you have to have a 10% disability, at least a veteran-related disability of 10% to get 400. That's the standard one that most people get. I anticipate getting one this year, and it hasn't come in yet. I always have to remind him for 100% disability. He notified me last year that as of this fiscal year, it will be 100%. And they have to submit disability verification from the Veterans Office. So it's pretty standard. It has nothing to do with their income. It has nothing to do with their assets. It has all to do with their disability as it relates to their service. Right, David?
Yes.
Okay. So we have 6 CPAs, right?
Is that what I just said?
Yes.
Let me
It's-
look at my
it's-
chart
it's-
again.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes,
And
6.
And how many 7? And do you want us to go through these separately?
I don't care.
Okay. We have 6 CPAs. How many 17s?
1.
And how many 22s?
9 so far, and
Okay.
3 41C.
Okay, and-
so far.
And you want them all approved tonight? Is that true?
Well, they've all been looked over. They're all ready for your approval. As soon as you do it, Ellen
Okay.
will be thrilled.
Okay. So we'll
Has
do
to
it
put
tonight.
rubber stamps on them. Yep.
Okay. So
Signature stamps.
Mhm.
I move that we approve the 6 CPA exemptions.
I'll
The
second.
my memory is so great. Okay.
Okay.
117,
117.
922.
Oh, good job. Oh, right.
I write things down.
wrote it down.
Yeah, that's great.
6
Right,
CPA.
because you knew.
I can't-
Okay.
And 3 41Cs.
Okay.
I have
You
no
make the
memory.
motion.
So I move that we accept all of those.
Okay.
I'll second
I
that.
second that. I third that. Okay. I vote aye.
Arvanitis, aye.
Stein, aye.
Okay. The motion passes. Okay. We get to do it all over again. Review and approve the Chapter 61 applications and lien certificates. Let's go.
We have 20 more 61Bs. There's no surprises. They're not new. It's the same people.
But they're not all, are they all ready to go tonight? Because yesterday they were not.
Yes.
Yesterday,
They
Let's
will
go.
receive David's eyeballs tomorrow, and
Yes.
they're all ready for his eyeballs.
okay.
Hmm.
And you're confident, and these are all,
These are
All of
all
these are-
ones that we do every year. Yep.
these are all
No,
renewals,
no
nothing new.
surprises. I have
Okay.
not yet checked to see who forgot. To putting all these together is something I have to get to.
Okay. And we have no 61s, right? No forestry to approve tonight.
They're all done.
Okay, and we have 2 61As, 2 agriculture.
Howard is ahead of me.
I know.
Pays to come in 61A 2. Thank you, Howard.
Okay.
So once again, if they qualify, there's no reason that you can say no. And
Right.
as
And but
far as
David,
we know, they qualify.
okay, and David, you've seen those 2, right? The 2 agriculture?
I've seen nearly all of them. I think there's just a couple I haven't seen yet, but that's it.
On
Yeah, I've
this
seen the
one.
agriculture. We're good.
Okay, fine. So I move. Anybody, any comments on these things?
Well,
Anybody have
my
any-
question is, so Leslie, you said they're all pro forma. In other words, they're all ready to go. No surprises. They all have certificates, right? They all have to have,
That's
Night.
and
that's
you have all of
correct.
those. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there have been some new ones where Howard has had to have his signature notarized in the past, but the bunch I'm talking about right now, they have their
You got all
certificates
the
on.
paperwork. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll second the motion. Well,
Okay.
actually,
Did I? Okay.
yeah, right.
Yeah, right. I move that we approve, it's always approval. I move that we approve the 261A applications and the 2061B applications.
I'll second it.
Okay, I vote aye.
Arvanitis, aye.
And Stein, aye.
Okay, the motion passes. So Leslie, does that mean I do not have to do any signatures next week?
No. Wait a minute, let me just run across. Maybe you signed, did you sign Mariah Shore?
I don't remember. I signed something yesterday. I don't remember what.
I should have had you sign Mariah Shore, because we approved her at the December meeting, and then we realized we needed a new lien certificate for her, and the certificate is ready, the check is ready, but I think at the moment we said, oh, you'll be in signing other stuff tomorrow, so,
But
or,
I'm not.
you know, someday, yeah. There's absolutely no rush on it.
Okay, fine. So whenever. Okay.
Yep, you can call and say, can I come by? And I'll say, yep. I live
Okay.
here.
Okay.
And
The next item on
not
the
kidding.
agenda is old to new values on web page. I don't know. That just means that the old to new values are on a web page.
On our assessor's webpage. It's informational. I just thought if anybody
Okay.
catches you at the grocery store and says, hey, I just saw my value went up $10,000. Why is that? You're going to wonder, well, how'd they see it? In case anyone didn't know, the old to new values got placed on the website.
Good.
Okay. Topics not reasonably anticipated 48 hours in advance. We have something, do we not?
Yes. Wait, let me catch up to you guys, make sure where we are. And I didn't skip anything. What's the new values? All right, okay. David can probably, we have one apportionment of tax on divided real estate that needs your signature stamps. I don't know how other bigger towns do it, David. When it needs signature stamps, do the towns all wait for the meetings to?
Well, for items like apportionments, yes.
Okay, so do you want to speak to this apportionment or how
all that happened here is that there's a 1.34 acres or 1.034 acres that were split off in September, and I'm really quite frustrated because the whole bill was only $32.09
for the whole
but they
year?
wanted it portioned out so that the $4.16 that one of them owed went to the right side. So that's all that's happened. The apportionment's gone out. It's I'm not going to talk about the person that did it, but they can be frustrating.
Okay. I got to ask, who is this?
Talk to Mary.
Okay. And so we have to approve a signature stamp on this, do we not? We have to approve the thing. I move that we approve the reapportionment of this property.
I'll second
That's what
that.
okay. And I vote aye.
Arvanitis, aye.
And Stein, aye. I think I know where it
Okay.
is.
Okay. That is everything on the agenda. We have to
No, actually, I have
sorry.
I have another item that happened within 48 hours of the meeting. It's just informational because in the past you've always said for the motor vehicle commitments, the small ones that come up, just move them forward and notify you. So today, Ellen got a December, well, wait a minute, I'm sorry. The 7th commitment on the 17th of January, but it's for 23. It's for calendar year 23. I don't know why I said December there. So today we got a new commitment. The total amount is $1,703, $3.77. It's the 7th motor vehicle commitment for 2023. She told me, in case anybody asks, that the 2024, the big commitment, she will have the bills going out by February 1st.
When you say that a commitment came in today or yesterday or whenever it came in,
Today,
when you
yep.
say, where does it come in from?
The Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles sends
They actually-
out the information according to vehicles registered in the state from our town.
And they actually put it in the form of a commitment.
No, we have to. What
Okay,
it goes through computer systems and comes out to her in we get a report page by page,
right.
of people who have bought a car, registered a car for any other reason. I'm not certain what other reason there would be. And the registry sends the information to us and with the valuation and the tax amount. And then Ellen runs it through her bills and the people receive them from
So-
her.
So when we get a commit, when you show us like we did 4 commitments tonight and they all said commitment, right? Yes?
Yes.
So how does that get turned? So how does this thing that we get from the registry, these numbers, how does it eventually it gets turned into a real commitment? Yes, no? Who does that?
What, okay, David already said that in order to build, go ahead, David, you can say it.
Really, the commitment is just us coming up with a total from the what the DOR gives us so that we can commit
Okay.
it to Ellen. And it's just a paper trail between Ellen, the accountant, and us.
So
So
our
we go
office
forward
does
with
it. You guys, you and David create the commitment and then you show
Yes.
it to us and we approve it. That's how this goes down. Okay.
Yep.
Good to
So
know.
if I understand this, the state tells us about who has vehicles, in this case, purchased in 2023 that we were not aware of in our prior billings. Now we know about them. The commitment is our authorization to Ellen or our communication to Ellen to bill them.
Correct.
Okay, I get it. And now that's good to
Okay.
know. I mean, I didn't really know from beginning to end how this whole thing worked. And then the other thing is for Becky, real quick. So this will go to free cash because it's for the prior year. In other words, it's not revenue that we're going to be able to use in the current year, is it?
Becky, can I bump in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, David.
that-
I should ask you, I guess.
it'll go to the general fund, the same as any other motor vehicle excise, and we'll go forward for next year. You've got to remember everything goes to the general fund first, and then the free cash has to be voted out of
Gotcha.
general fund, so nothing goes directly to free cash.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of it that way, but I get it. Thank
No
you.
problem.
Does it matter if it's FY20, if it's FY23 or FY24?
Actually, motor vehicle excise is done on a calendar basis. They issue them on a calendar basis,
Yeah,
and so they're not an FY. We could have
Right,
another
right.
couple of 23 commitments yet, but they will get paid in 24, so it'll go on our recap for FY24.
okay. Someday, okay.
It'll be in our estimated revenue for next year when you're doing the
Okay.
tax rate.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can join FinCom if I want to really know this stuff. Okay. Okay.
Well, right now you can't, but there might be an opening in another year or two. We got 2 people I think are going to be leaving, so you're always welcome, Howard.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So we need to schedule the next meeting. It turns out we have a scheduling issue that's come up, i.e. me. I have to go to Boston every other Wednesday, which means that there's every other Wednesday is out. As far as the next meeting goes, February 17th I'm sorry, I'm wrong. February 21st is fine. The 14th and the 28th are not fine. Can we meet on the 21st?
Yes,
It's fine with me.
That works.
April. Okay.
That works for
okay,
me. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So our next meeting is April 21st. That was easy. Okay.
February
No,
21st.
February, I'm April.
Sure. Okay.
change your name to February.
Okay. And if we want to go every 4 weeks, then I'm fine. Okay.
Okay.
I did have a question that I wanted to ask, if we could.
Please, please.
Well, I wanted to follow up on the conversation, the DLS and the website reporting the average single family tax rate. Last year, all 351 towns had a number posted. And this year, there's about 24 towns that still haven't, including ours. And I was just wondering, I know you were talking to the DOR, I think it was, about this, somebody. I was just wondering, is that something they're going to be able to do for us? Include our numbers in that table?
I've been scrambling here, George. And it was like the Friday before Christmas, I got an email saying we'll look into it.
I
And
remember.
I honestly have not followed up on it. I will find the email and follow up on it.
All right,
I'm
well,
sorry.
on your own schedule, that's fine, Leslie. Don't go out of your way because of me. I just, at some point, they're going to report it because they do it for all the towns and then they rank the towns. And I can't imagine that they're going to notice some gaps on the schedule and not address it.
Yeah, and
So-
I understand it's very functional for you and your finance committee role, and I don't know. I can include you in the email,
That'd be
or
great.
I can
Please.
send you the email and then you can continue to pressure her.
Yes, if you have a contact, I will follow up and I will be the one to track it down. I'd be
Oh,
happy
that
to
would
do
be,
that.
that would be terrific. I
No,
will
no,
send
that's
it to you.
fine. Absolutely. I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll do it this
Perfect.
week.
I'll send it to
Send
you.
me the contact. And I know you sent us an email. I might already have that information,
Yeah,
but
you
if you just send
probably,
it to me tonight, that way it'll be right at the top of my emails.
perfect. I'll be glad to do that. And yeah, I really appreciate it for the whole town, not just for your specific purposes. And I'm sorry, I just,
Well, that's okay, Leslie. I totally understand. You've got limited bandwidth. I get it.
Right.
There's been a lot going on.
Well, I'm happy to be able to step up and help.
Oh, that's
Glad.
nice of you.
Okay. So Leslie, you're going to be in on Monday?
yeah, it's
coming
not
in
a
on Monday?
holiday. I think all our holidays are done now.
Yeah,
Yep,
we're
I'll
good
be
till
here.
Memorial Day.
Monday,
Okay.
the 22nd.
No
You think-
President's Day.
Oh,
And
Not,
Patriots
not in
Day.
January, but yeah, we're done for a
February.
while.
oh, that's right. Municipal
George had us
government,
go to
Patriots Day
May.
too.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay, so you're looking
odd.
at Monday, the 122 to come in, Howard.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what's better than Tuesday. That's all. So I might come
Okay.
in on Monday. Okay,
All
fine.
right. If you want, you typically call ahead and typically I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. So we're done, are we not? Anything else? Okay. I hereby adjourn our meeting. Good night,
Um,
everybody. Good night,
don't you need
everybody.
a roll call vote or something, or no?
Yeah, we might as
We
well.
have to
Second.
vote on adjourning the meeting. I move that we
Yes.
adjourn the meeting.
I second.
I vote aye.
Have a nice day.
And Stein, I.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
We are
everyone.
adjourned.
Thank
Good
you
night.
all so
You're welcome.
much.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, guys.